For today's math lesson, we are not using the RDW strategy. All we're doing is basically writing out the problems step by step and solving them, showing our work. These are multi-step word problems where you're adding and subtracting fractions. Okay? So, we are doing number 5 from the Yellow Book homework. Mark has a 9-hour drive in 3 parts. He drives 2.5 hours before stopping for lunch. After driving some more, he stops for gas. If the second part of his drive was 1 2/3 hours longer than the first, how long did he drive after stopping for gas? So the students and I decided that step 1 of this problem is to add these two together. And in order to do that, you got to get a common denominator. The common denominator of 2 and 3 is 6. So we'll get a common denominator and show our work. We'll do our top-bottom rule, times 2 times 2. And that'll be 1 4 6. And then we'll do times 3. And this will be 2 3 6. So now we'll add these together. And when we do, 2 plus 1 is 3. And 3 6 and 4 6 is 7 6. Now, you cannot leave any fraction improper. So this fraction here would be 1 1/6. So it'll be 3 plus 1 1/6, which equals 4 1/6. So now we know that the second segment is 4 1/6. Now our second step is to take the first segment of the drive, 2.5, plus the second segment of the drive, which we just figured out, 4 1/6, and add those together. Well, you can see we don't have a common denominator, so we have to change this denominator to 6, because 2 times 3 is 6. So now we have 2 3 6 plus 4 1/6. Well, 2 plus 4 is 6. And 3 6 and 1/6 would be 4 6. So now we know, added together, that here are the first 2 parts of the drive. Then, for our final step, we're going to have to use subtraction, because we are trying to figure out how long that third part of the drive was. Well, we know that the whole drive was 9. So we have to do 9 minus 6 and 4 6. So, we talked about in class, when you have no fraction in this area here, and you have a fraction down here, you're going to have to borrow. So we're going to borrow from the 9 and make it an 8. So this is going to become 8 6/6 minus 6 4 6. So let's do that subtraction. 8 minus 6 is 2. And when you subtract these fractions, 6 6 minus 4 6 is 2 6. So that is not in simplest form. So our final answer is 2 1/3 hours. And that is our final answer to the problem. And you can see why it's a multi-step problem, because there's 3 steps.